So yes, I've made it a point through the years of doing these predictions and putting them up on Facebook. And there are times, I admit that there are times I'm more accurate than others. I normally get the outcome right, but a few years ago when the Eagles played the Patriots, I mean, I had that so right on.
I think I remember that.
Well, we actually went to a Super Bowl party and it was coming out into the specifics. Okay, so the Super Bowl is this coming Sunday, and it's at in Tampa Bay, 6:30 Eastern time. And I ran the chart for the Super Bowl when it would start in Tampa. And we have a lot of Aquarian planets in the 6th house opposing the sun in the 7th. Well, this means that there's, with all this Aquarius, that weather could be a factor in the outcome.
Tampa, Florida? What?
Yeah, right.
I'm from Tampa.
I know. Yeah.
Hi, all my Tampa friends, if anybody's watching.
Yeah, that's why their hockey team is called the Lightning.
Better than the Ducks.
Anyway, so I do see that what I'm seeing at the chart, that it can be weather related, and I was making notes, and I first of all, I feel that the game will be a sloppy game, sloppily played. Now I know that these are two good teams and they've made it to the Super Bowl, but there's 55 guys on each team and they're all human, and the coaches are human, and I feel that how this will go is it will be sloppy and turnovers are going to come into play. But not just that, I feel that points are going to be scored in a manner that are not the traditional ways. In other words, the offense moving the ball down, running it in, passing it in. I think you're going to see quirky things happen, like either punt returns or kickoff returns for touchdowns, or turnovers like fumbles picked up and run in for a touchdown. I also have a feeling that you may see something that's very infrequent, like a punt or a field goal blocked and returned for a touchdown. I see a lot of weird things happening in this game.
Do you see the balls being filled all the way?
Audrey and her double entendres. She's referring to Tom Brady and that incident with the partially deflated football. If you're, for you folks that are not football fans, no, I feel that will be on the up and up. Okay, where was I? All right, sloppy game, quirky things happening.
Catching footballs and running them to the other side.
Interceptions, things like that. I feel that the points are going to be scored in ways that are not normally scored, and it's rare that you see a safety in a Super Bowl game, but you may see that. So yeah, quirky things. Now, Mercury is retrograde right now. The last time that a Super Bowl was played in Mercury retrograde in Aquarius was Super Bowl 49, and that's the game where the Seattle looked like they were going to score late, and they throw a pass, and it's intercepted in the end zone by New England, and they preserve the game. So things get reversed in Mercury retrograde, and it's in Aquarius, which means things are quirky. Well, what do I mean? What's quirky in football? Trick plays, gadget plays, things that they pull out of the playbook that they don't normally use most of the year. It'll be a different kind of game. It'll be an entertaining game, even if you're not a fan of either one of these teams. It will not be boring in any way, shape, or form. Let's see. I want to talk about the coaches for a moment. Andy Reid for Kansas City and Bruce Arians for Tampa Bay. Their numbers are almost identical. They're both 9s, which means they finish. They see things all the way through. And when you play out the cycle that they're in, the personal year cycle, the month cycle that they're in, the day that they're having that day, their numbers are all almost identical.
Wow.
Okay. But I see, and both coaches will have coached like just about the best game of their lives. Both coaches are going to look very good on this day. It's the players that are going to make the decision. I'm telling you, it's so similar. It's incredible. And that means that these two coaches, against each other are very well matched for each other. So we're going to have a bit of a chess match as far as the coaches go. And then there's some other things. Tampa Bay's kicker, Ryan Succop, he's the place kicker, the field goal kicker. He's going to have a weird day. This is where we would see the things going, uh-oh. And then the kicker for Kansas City, who is a very reliable guy, I see him being a non-factor, which means that they're not relying on him to kick long field goals, at the end of the half or at the end of the game or anything like that. He'll kick extra points, but he just comes out, kicks the extra point, and that's it. And I'm not going to get into the numerology of why he's a non-factor. Then you're going to have something that's really fascinating. And this is, football fans will understand this. At the end of the game, when there's little time on the clock, there are 3 quarterbacks in the NFL that as long as there's time, there's life, they have the ability to win the game and pull it out. One is Aaron Rodgers. He's not in the Super Bowl. But the other 2 of the 3 are Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady, and they are in the Super Bowl.
Whoa.
And this game is going to go down to the wire as long as you've got those 2 guys there. All right? Now, as far as where I see the outcome, stay tuned till about 45 minutes. Anyway, back to the Super Bowl, and everybody's like, okay.
Who's going to win? My friends in Tampa are like, the Bucks have got it.
Yeah, the Bucks have got it. Do they? Look, there's a lot that I look at when it comes to this. Now, here's one of the quirks about this, is that this is the first time in the history of the Super Bowl. This is the 55th Super Bowl, and this is double fives, meaning a lot of changes. Anything can happen. Mm-hmm. All right, double nickels. That one of the teams in the Super Bowl is playing in their home stadium. This is the first time in 55 Super Bowls. So the game is in Tampa, and the Super Bowl location is determined 3-4 years in advance. So it is a luck of the draw. And so therefore, Tampa Bay, the Buccaneers, actually have a home game. Now, that's good, except there's something quirky. And athletes, and some of you watching are former athletes, know that athletes have very superstitious kinds of personalities about what they do. For some reason, and the Buccaneers, every year it switches. The NFC team is the home team. The AFC team is the home team. It goes back and forth. And the home team usually wears the jersey that they wear when they play on their home field. Usually you wear what's called your away whites, unless you're the Dallas Cowboys. They like to wear white at home. And then you wear your dark shirt, your main color, on your home field. For some reason, the Buccaneers have chosen to wear white instead of the red, and Kansas City is going to wear the red. And I think that is one of those weird things. Mercury retrograde in Aquarius, it's just strange that they would do that. Now, the 2 main players here we know are Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. And when I look at their numbers coming up, I believe that Patrick Mahomes on Sunday is going to play more of a relaxed game, like he's having fun. And I think that when I did the numbers of several of the Buccaneers players, that they're going to play conservatively and play kind of tight. All right. And I think that Tom Brady, where, quarterbacks in the Super Bowls, a lot of times they quarterbacks throw for a lot of yards in Super Bowls, 300-400 yards. I think Brady is going to throw for like 220, 230, not a big high number. And I think Mahomes will have a much bigger game. The guy to watch on Kansas City and doing the numbers is wide receiver Tyreek Hill. Okay?
Tyreek, he's really amazing.
Fast. And the guy for Tampa that's going to be you can be the hero or the GOAT is Leonard Fournette. So here's what's going to happen. The game is going to be fairly close, and I don't see it as like 40 something to 30 something. I think it's going to be sloppy. I think the score will be held down within reason, like 28-23, like that. And I think that Kansas City will be winning and New England will be driving at the end of the game, but there will be a turnover or a penalty against I think I said New England, Brady, with Tampa, and it's going to thwart the drive, and Kansas City will hold out and win this Super Bowl.
Naughty, you didn't hear that.
So anyway, that's
Naughty's over there going, if he hears this.
and I feel that Kansas City will win because something really strange that flips the game will happen at the end. I think Kansas City will look like they're winning most of the game, and Tampa Bay will work their way back in, and something will turn it around, and Kansas City holds out to win.
Kirby says yes.
So anyway, that's it. It is 7:52. We have got to go. Thank you so much,
Late.
Audrey. Thank you for your science knowledge and input.
My pleasure.
On the heart. And those of
Choose
you
calm.
choose calm. Those of you that do watch the game, enjoy it, have fun, and we'll see how this comes out. And as always, thank you for watching Mainstream Metaphysics on LA Talk Radio. I'm Nick. This is Audrey.
And share with your friends, please.
Thank you. And remember, take care of your heart. Take care of their heart too. And we will see you next week on Tuesday night. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
You're listening to Mainstream Metaphysics with Nick and Audrey Newmont, only on LA Talk Radio.